I've realized what I've been missing in this specific channel. And it's a notification for the masses. I don't anticipate masses. I didn't anticipate even one of you watching any of my videos. This is a channel I created for me to get out my artistic expression. This is not for monetization. This is not for your opinion. Now, once I've published a piece of art, then I am ready for criticism. Do you see what I'm saying? If you don't, then unfortunately, you are one of the masses that needs to see my work. And I hope you get it because it's kind of important. It's kind of in your face too. So you see how I am disheveled, how I am not really giving a flying fuck about the here this way. Yes. So here's the thing. I'm recording this after this realization and being like, oh, that's why the I don't care moments suddenly turn into rage. Oh, I like that too. Suddenly turn into pity for you, pity for everybody, because the whole point of my art is that we are sick. We are all sick. I'm not sick right now. I just woke up. Men, did you know that even though women look beautiful after makeup and it's cheating, because I've heard guys say that before, you could put makeup on too and use just colorless but same toned skin modifying techniques to get rid of your bags, to get rid of your wrinkles. But see, I love the dichotomy right here. Do you see the whitewash? Do you see the truth? No, you still can't see the truth because the truth is in there. That mirror right there, that is the truth. This is a poem already. I'm free flowing easily because I'm not speaking to you. Fuck you. I hope you die. No, not me. I'd never say that. So what just happened was as I was speaking, it started flowing again, and that's the creative process that I have. It's not for you to understand. It's for you to either appreciate or say, it wasn't for me. What's funny is the artist who did, I still can't remember his name. Every fucking time I need to remember it, but I know his name inherently, and that's the fucking point. I am an artist trying to express myself, and I can't even conceptualize it yet because it's too big for me. It's beyond my pay grade. It's not something, you see how I'm playing with my hair now and stuff like that? If I was recording this as like a published piece of art, I wouldn't be doing that. That's why reality TV bastardized it, but also fucked it the fuck up in a good way, and also fucked everything. Because now I'm doing art and you think I want to know what you think about the way I look. And then you'll realize that the reason that sometimes I actually paint on the bags, not paint them on, because yes, no, I'm not in denial about the fucking bags. Sometimes I will see what color that is and I will come over here. Oh, and I moved my makeup back away. This is normally my makeup drawer. And I'll sit here and I will match the color just as if an artist was sitting here saying, this shade. Yes. Oh, this will do well. That's what cinema is. So no, not everybody can be a cinematographer. Or nobody can, I mean, not nobody, but see, and this is just me thinking out loud right now. But that's why the title of this is You're Healed. Because if you're watching this channel and you have, oh, she's got problems. That's why I'm an artist, you stupid fucking moron. I actually got help for my problems, so I don't have problems. I have really good coping mechanisms. I'm also a doctor, so fuck you. But also, just because I'm pretty smart and creative, that is a trifecta that blows the mind. That's Einstein. He is a fucking... Einstein was attractive for the time and now, and I think he's attractive, so fuck you if you don't. And in terms of if you've ever seen some of the younger pictures, yeah, when he's got the crazy hair. That's why they took those pictures, guys. That's why we think of him like that. Because otherwise you wouldn't get it. Eminem, thank you for dyeing your hair black. You thought the blonde was the funny. I think the black is hideous on you. Because it's probably more of a dark brown. Because God told me that you and I are like soul twins, basically. Because my art is not going to be understood. And if I had become famous back when I was offered a record deal, and I was at 14 years old, and I was like, pass. And I probably said it just as like, did that artist just like spit all over her art and then piss on it and shit on it and call it better art? Yes. I'm just waking up, guys. Not really. I woke up like an hour and a half ago. But oh, and that's not sleeping in when you stay up until 3 a.m. every morning writing. I have a different schedule. Not sorry? Confused tone? You're stupid. Facts. See, there's some artwork right there. But the reason that I want this to be written and performed and only appreciated simultaneously. You see the sun coming out? You don't, but you see the light shining on my face suddenly. You can see the tones and it's changing. Because that's art. That's God and art collaborating. Because God normally says, here, artists, spit this shit out. But the creator is speaking to and through the artist at the time the artist created. Have you ever thought about that? I just said, because part of my art, and I'm going to do a little excerpt for it right now, which will not be the published version, because I'm not ready to do that yet. Because I'm working on my body of art, which is called War on God. And it's facetious, so please, if you're one of those Christian religious, see, I have to defend this. Joan of Arc was an activist. She was just fighting. She was acting on the cause that she had to fight for. I am an artist trying to express what I believe God is crying out. I love that my face just turned red. See, that's the thing too. It's not self-conscious. Sometimes I get obsessed with it. And the day that I do this, I want to make sure I have a histamine reaction, and if I have to force myself into it by drinking a red glass of red wine of the time. See? So then I'm starting to like, oh, I'm getting back in my flow, I better go work. But I have a father who just threatened to murder me and begged me to commit suicide by bashing my door almost completely in. It's like, I want to show you. See, and this is defensiveness. This is why I'm creating this artwork, because I grew up in a Christian family where my father taught us about rape because he wanted to scare us out of it, because I think he wanted to fuck his daughters. This is like it's like a centerpiece, and you see all this? See, and this is actually the funniest part. Just like stand-up comedy is better and some artists are better in person. I had to nail that there. He busted this out. And and the first thing he did is start calling all of my friends that he had their numbers for and telling them that he didn't bash my door in. Do you know what that is? Guilty conscience. Denial. Undermine. Lie. And create a new narrative of truth that's already bastardized, because the truth is so ugly, he had to jump ahead of me, who he thought might call these 3 people to get safe when he makes me unsafe. That's the mind of a manipulative jackass, and I sat here wondering if he was losing his mind, and now I'm realizing that he and my mother were codependently raising 6 children that they were psychologically abusing, mind-fucking, and my dad is a cultist without actually trying to create a following. He created it. That is some sick shit. Camille Freeborn, you need to listen to this. You finally, see, you and I were both sitting there like, what am I doing? Like, you were like, I don't know, but you've got a place here if you need a safe place. Yes, I do. The sun's shining brighter again. And now you can't see it because of the angle I put this at. And I always joke that that's God confirming, because that's what my parents would do, was tell me that it was just God if they couldn't explain it. But then when evolution came up and the whole fucking evolution thing, humans have evolved such that there was an organ that we all used at one point that is no longer valid. It is completely devoid of function. Do you know what that organ is? A lot of people get it go bad, and then everybody's like, why don't they just take them out immediately? Because we don't need to put infants through surgery that's potentially dangerous, life-threatening, and also, why would you care? It's just there. Why would you care? It's just there. It's structural. At this point, it just fills a void. Do you hear the depth in what I'm saying? If you don't, that's okay. It's God speaking to me, through me, into this camera. The problem that I have at times is that this camera is my phone. And sometimes someone will call me and I'm like, you just disrupted a creative process and I'm working. Now, yes, I have a YouTube channel that's personal. That one I had to start putting artwork on because I wasn't ready to call it art yet. And I got raped in court because they didn't get it. The judge didn't get it, and I was called psychotic. Why do so many people use that word? That's a clinical word. That's no longer, like, we need to like clinicians, we need to come up with a different word for psychotic break, which we don't usually use. We'll usually use a more specific thing, but I'm not a mental health. But just like how when somebody was telling me, no, I was wrong about breast milk, and I was like, you're cute. He was like, yeah, there's something in breast milk. He was trying to educate me. Men, stop educating intelligent, brilliant women that you meet and just respect the fuck that they're smarter than you. Dakota got it. He just sat there silently while I was blowing my fucking mind at the genius that was coming out of my mouth, that I was like sitting there. And I even said, I was like, I don't know, you could have just heard the cure for AIDS. I think one day I was like, oh, and that would probably cure diabetes. And he was like, hold on, was I supposed to take notes on that one? No, I didn't say anything, but I'm not going to remember right now. Because I had a psychotic, mental, nervous breakdown. I'm trying to explain it to you stupid people. My therapist and my psychiatrist understand it. I don't need medication for it. You're wrong. You're recommending medicine and you're not a pharmacist or doctor, prescriber. I am a prescriber. So anyway, if you want to enjoy my art and actually be able to enjoy it, just like how you can listen to Eminem's art on the fucking radio, mainstream media. Incredible. There's artwork. The Red Violin played on TV and I got to watch it. HBO. They exhibit art. Do you get what I'm saying? They are the National Museum of Film. Not all HBO stuff is, but some of it is. And some of those shows that everybody keeps asking me to watch Game of Thrones, and I refuse to now because I respect that it's that good. Did that weight just weigh on you? Anybody yet? There's no one watching. That's a joke. So I really hope that somebody listens to this all the way through, not watching me naked for fucking cheap. Because so the one channel is my personal channel. Now that's just for my videos for my children and uploading videos of me and my children that I will keep private, that are private videos, just like the one that my ex hacked in and shared publicly. That's rape. That's destructive creative property. Destruction of creative property. I need a lawyer. I just realized that. See, this is a good thing. I'm glad I'm recording this. So that's the point, is that he took my creative process and raped it to the point of I stopped for a while and now I can do it again. But see, so a friend just showed up because I do have a mental health condition, and when I need friends, they end up getting the intuition of, hey, I should show up and go see if Robin's okay. And then they do. Some of these guys aren't even friends. They're literally drug dealers that could see it. I had a man the other day, he saw Silly Girl, and he called me that, and then I got this sick twist in it and was like, he's trying to kill me. And I'm like, now I understand the paranoia. He's gonna kill the creative process that I'm flowing, that he's feeling. And men fall in love with me, and I kept saying it online, and I'm not conceited. That's why I was like so confused. They see art. They see Mona Lisa in perfect human form, and they all protect me. And I wish they would stop. Come in. So we're recording live, but this is on my artistic channel. This is my friend who looks like Dave, no. What's his name from SNL? You know which one I'm talking about. Whoever's watching this who knows what I'm talking about. Joe Dirt guy. Okay, so I'm making a point. This is what I'm doing right here. Okay? Someone had said on one of my videos, this girl's got issues. Oh, sweetheart, do I have issues? And that's what I started, and then that's when I wrote that stuff of my why. And I said Brendan, who's got Key, Wendy, Elena. He's only 21, only 4 months of the last 2 years has he spent with his fucking family. That is war on God. Jaquan has Robin, Constance, pretty girlfriend before her, and then the pretty girl, and baby, there's 4 of them. I don't have one with him. Less than 2 months out of the last 2 years. War on God. You hear it? Here's some sick ones, okay? See, and by the way, this is my creative process, is window, so people stop reading my fucking shit. Because unless you put something behind it, you can't read it. Yeah. Damn it, I was hoping that was like a double entendre and like a sick, perverted joke, and it wasn't. I was waiting for it. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys don't get my creative process. This is one of the young gentlemen I was just talking about. I said, and see, I have friends who will just show up because they're like, something's not right with Robin, and I sense it, and I'm showing up today. And it's always exactly who I need. Every time a guy is about to come and try to fuck me until the point of like, I feel like I'm being assaulted, he shows up and he'll just sit there with his hands in his pockets and we'll watch porn as like a joke. And neither one of us get the joke. And that's what, like, I sat there saying, I said to Daniel, I was like, and I forgot that his name was Daniel. I was like, I feel like I'm Daniel in the lion's den and you guys are my lions. He goes, I'm always Daniel in the lion's den. And I hear the ding and I'm like, okay, cutie. You want me to call you cutie? But I'm getting it now. It's that all of you sense, and that's why I was like, why do these guys keep falling in love with me? They're not in love. They're not even in like with me. Some of them vomit after we have sex because we're both like, and I'm like, I told you, like, that's not what you're here for. Stop trying to put a dick in it. Shut the fuck up. I'll let you put the dick in it just to be ironic. War on God. Do you hear the joke there, though? Yeah. Because I really will. I have been raped by 5 different men. Been raped. I've allowed the last 1, 2, 3. And since I've known you, you've been like, oh God. Like, he got a sick feeling in his stomach. Like, she's... Like, a 52-year-old came over. He's like, I want to eat your pussy. I was like, all right, let's go. He was like, she's going to let me do it. And he's like, you let him do it? And war on God. Y'all get it? I let a man pay me $600 to eat it. War on nothing. I was like, win, 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 high five. I know. 600. Why? Why? You know what it was? Here's the art in that. It was spite. He wanted to get back at somebody who loves me in his soul. And he knew that if he could brag or even just have that man sense that he touched me, it would eat away at him. And I needed money, so I had to whore myself out in that moment. And I didn't have to. So the thing, and I wasn't propositioning him. He gave it to me. So it wasn't an illegal exchange of goods. It was, hey, that was like the sugar daddy thing. That's how sugar babies can be a thing. But so you all sense mama, and that's why I keep saying, like, I'm mom, not friend Rob. But I was like, but with you, like, I saw you when your face finally fell to, oh man, she made me cry, and she's my friend now. Not girlfriend, not mom, because that's weird, and not aunt. And that's what everybody's mom, this is a 20-year-old, oh, that's right, because it's July. See, I remember your birthday, which means, the fact that I remember your fucking name, honestly, because Daniel, I didn't remember his name, I just remembered the lips thing, that's a noun. That's because the very, very slight amount of autistic that I am, that I was never diagnosed with, so I don't know for sure. But I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'll be like, I don't care. Once I put a title to you, like, you probably would have been Eyes. And I'd be like, all right, Eyes. His name was Lipshits or something, and so everyone called him Lips, and I was like, great, awesome. I'll remember you now. You think I remember you, but I literally only remember noun. Because that's what you are to me right now. Until you develop feelings for somebody with a certain type of autism, I think. And see, I'm not a mental health professional. I keep saying that. So anyway, I'm defending my art because some of these people don't get it. And nobody's going to watch this video now because they're like, okay, Robin, we got it. You beat the dead horse. But for you guys, the reason I'm recording this still is so maybe you can help me understand it. And if you forget, be like, go watch that video. I think all of you are sensing that Mama Art has art, needs to birth art. We need to protect art. But then sometimes all of you will show up at one, you probably were like, hormones period, she's going crazy. We gotta protect the artwork, but we don't know what to do for her. And I'm like, leave me alone. But everybody's like, no, we gotta protect it, we gotta protect it, we gotta protect it. And I'm like,
no, I just fell asleep.
And I think, see, you were the only one. I'm like, everybody else go away. But this one wanted to put a dick in it because he wasn't here for art. He was, that thing's pretty. That thing's pretty. She weren't half of nothing. That thing's pretty. And that's why I was, and I'm going to stop recording now because I'm just going to tell him this. This isn't educating everybody. This is me talking to him because he's my friend. Not everybody cares about what you guys are doing. Nobody cares about what you're doing when you're eating. But when I want to film, are you trying to get in this? Anyway, but when I film what did I call it? Bougie dining, or it was like dinner with schmucks, but it was like, I'm actually going to do it, but I'm going to put drug dealer, white supremacist. Let's have dinner. Dinner party for thugs or something was what I come up with a few different titles. There was one bougie cutie in the booty dining room, the booty full dining room, and that was paying homage to my friend Toya, who had Down syndrome, and she was still my friend, and I wasn't friends with her to be ironic. I was friends with her because she was good at drama. She'd be like, Robin, somebody's talking about you in the bathroom, and I listened to the whole thing. And I'm like, Toya, I fucking love you. Then there was the little Japanese exchange student who I became friends with. And they were like, Robin, I don't know why, but you need to be friends with Tamai. And I was like, hey girl, what's up? And she was like, oh, hi. And I was like, oh, that's why. Because I could understand her. So when she was speaking the English, and I would just sit there and like, uh-huh. I would let her speak, and I wouldn't go, uh-huh. Or get to the point, sweetheart. I'd just be sitting there, uh-huh. No, it's okay, take your time. She had to think through her words. With Toya, it was blah, 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 blah. That's what everybody heard, was blah, 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 blah. And they would make fun of her, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you just said blah, 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 blah. I remember I did that to one of the girls. I was like, you just said blah, 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 blah. And she was like, yeah. I said, Toya said, that bitch over there is talking shit about you. that was a real moment. Man, I am fierce. I don't know, sometimes when I remember things I did when I was 16 to 18, I'm like, God, I would fuck me. Jesus. Because that is balls right there. I just dropped